I know that you and him just didn't like each other going in. Is it now to the point where it's like you despise each other? What did it reach?
Not really. I mean, I kind of like disliked him, I guess, from afar. But when you spend 6 weeks with someone and it's in a competitive nature, like my team versus his team. Oh, and not to mention we're gonna fight. After a while, it's just that much easier to to find what you don't like and to talk about it. And for him, it's nothing crazy. Like I don't think he's a bad guy or anything. Wouldn't say I hate the guy, but we're opposites. So obviously I don't like opposites in a bad way. Like he's everything I don't like. I'm kind of probably everything he doesn't like. And he just really annoys me. Makes everything about himself, which is opposite of what I do. Tries to make every single thing about himself. And it just comes off like disrespectful and ingenuine to me, and that's everything that I'm not. So there's like things like that, but it's nothing bad. Like I don't think he's like fake or ingenuine like a malicious way or anything. It's just an annoying way that I don't respect. Because it comes off disrespectful to me and some others that almost finding like he's superior and making things about himself. When we have 16 world class guys there, you're trying to make things about yourself, and that was what I found out I didn't like about him in the show. Obviously, there's little things that are annoying about him, but during the show, when it's supposed to be kind of about the other fighters, and he tried to make everything about himself, that's kind of what I started to dislike him for the show. Obviously, moving forward, we're fighting. So, the personality traits, none of that stuff matters anymore. On the show, yeah, that mattered because that was the medium in which we were relating to each other. We didn't have a fight yet. We were two opposing coaches where it was about the other guy, so it was more of the personality stuff, where now that stuff doesn't matter. It's a fight, and I look at him as a fighter. But, yeah, that was the stuff that kind of annoyed me on. Like, if you see on the I don't even want to bring it up. Go ahead. No, I'm just saying, like, things about himself. Like, he's always wants to talk about himself. Like, he does this and he does that. He had a bad childhood. He did this, and it's just kind of like, bro, there's 16 guys here that did the same, but you're just discrediting what they've done or what they've done. Kind of always wants to talk about himself in that realm. What's even weird for me is, which something I just try to stay clear of as far as being like a superior to the guys, is, in the first episode when he's like making these 8 killers that, half of them could probably beat him, yelling Team Cejudo, and you could see it was kind of awkward for some of the guys. I'd be pissed. Like if I got in there and some dude wanted me to make him like shout his name, but like that's just the kind of stuff where I was like, dude, you want everything to be about you. Like I never mentioned Team Benavidez once. It was about like Team Hero, Team Damasio, Team this guy. Every time when I went out for the fights, my jersey says Team Benavidez. I got a piece of athletic tape, and I wrote the fighter's name on it, and I made all my coaches put the fighter's name on their back when we were going out. So it says Team Benavidez, but I'd put, Team Brandon Moreno across my back. That way when we're going out, we're representing the guys. It's their fight. It's their thing. It's not about us. And that guy tried to make everything about him.